One of my coworkers decided to surprise me with a nice little snack. Uh-oh. It's cheesy. It's very, very cheesy. Well, paint. Can't do that. Always have spare napkins. But take a look at this. Oh yeah. Looks like some pastrami and smoked cheese of some sort. Smoked Gouda cheese, maybe, and some mustard. He knows I can't have too much mayonnaise. Builds up in my esophagus. It's not something you needed to know. Not Gouda. That's definitely smoked provolone. Yeah. So a pastrami sandwich with smoked provolone. That's delicious. Thanks, Scott. You'll probably never watch this video, but thanks anyway. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this little snack and then take a quick nap, and then I got to go spray some cabinets and make them look all beautiful. Yeah, got quite a day ahead of me. Stay tuned for more. Hey there, YouTube and all my subscriber family, and welcome to even more subscribers. I tell you, it's a rather humbling thing to wake up every morning and see that my channel is growing because you have decided to help support what I do. So I greatly appreciate it, and even though I'm no mathematician, I do recognize that without all of you, there's less of a channel for me. So thank you very much. And with that said, last week, and even by last week I mean in my last video, I decided to start downsizing my storage unit. And that is somewhat of a challenge for me. But before I go into too much of that, I will say this much. Last week I did get rid of 5 boxes from the storage unit, as I mentioned in my last video, and the only 2 items that I still have in my possession have to do with recording equipment from when I used to own a recording studio, and I used to do live shows and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to be selling those. I don't know if I'm just going to resell them to Guitar Center and just get an easy, a few bucks, or if I want to do it on Craigslist or whatever. I haven't figured that out yet. But there's more things that I want to sell later on down the road anyway, so I'll be getting to that. But I guess the overall point is, when I removed all 5 of those boxes, the intent was not to keep anything that I removed for the most part. I mean, some things did go to, I took some stuff to work, like paper plates and some boxes of Lipton tea and stuff like that. But other than that, I gave a lot of it away to Goodwill, and I got a receipt for it, so I can use it for the 2017 tax returns, or tax write-offs, whatever. And I also went to my storage unit today, and this time it seemed a little bit more challenging. I actually had a more difficult time sorting through and eventually getting rid of these items. I know partially it's because of the fact that, for one thing, I'm just not used to getting rid of things. getting rid of things is not something that is within my frame of reference. This is a whole new experience to me, and it seemed like on Thursday of last week, I had a much easier time, and perhaps it was because those were things that I didn't see as much of a value. What happened to be more challenging today is most of the items that I came across in the 3 boxes this time that I got rid of. Yes, I got rid of 3. I didn't get rid of 5, but I did get rid of 3 boxes. And what I found most challenging, I think, is that a good portion, and I mean a high percentage of the items that I had to go through were personal. Some of the things seemed so silly, like having a piece of paper with my best friend at the time's handwriting. It's Devin, who is no longer with us. And I know I have more stuff that he wrote down on a piece of paper. I've got like a notepad somewhere in the convoluted mess that I have, but it just brought back memories. So I didn't throw it away yet. I mean, I probably will. But what I did not know, and I think I got it from Devin, what I did not know that I had was a fantastic find. The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. I actually was going to buy a digital copy of this book at some point, but I just hadn't gotten around to it, and yet here it is. I think it must have been Devin's, because I don't remember ever buying it, and I think he's the only one who would have had a copy of it, because I didn't buy it. But that was a nice find. And also, I found I printed out this copy of a book called Why Grace Changes Everything by Chuck Smith. And it's like literally I put it in a binder, and that's it. I mean, it was expensive to print it, especially since I put them all in plastic sheets, and so that way they're protected and everything. And I know I did read some of it. I haven't read the whole thing, and I think I should at this point. Maybe I'll go through both books. It's been a while since I've read some apologetic books. And I'm not sure if Why Grace Changes Everything is apologetic or not, but I know that Purpose-Driven Life is at least in part apologetic. And by apologetics, I mean the defense of the Christian faith, for those who are not familiar with that word. Oh. Oh, you're going to love, maybe you won't love this, I don't know. I found something from middle school. I drew these a long time ago. Yeah. Funny story. Well, actually, the story's probably not that amusing, but I guess this would be an opportune time to explain why I have cartoon drawings. I used to have this book that gave instructions on how to draw cartoon characters of this sort of style. And, well, that's how I eventually drew these. And got a little creative with the saxophone as well, apparently. I had totally forgotten about all these. But I couldn't let this go yet. Maybe I'll just scan it in a scanner and then get rid of it after that. But it was a nice little treat to find these, because I totally forgot that I ever drew these. So aside from that, I got rid of actually a couple of laptops that I will never use again. I don't even know if they work. And they're literally falling apart. Literally. But I know that Goodwill takes them, so Hopefully they'll be able to part it out or just sell it as is, and maybe someone will want to fix it. Who knows? And I found some more clothes that I'm going to wash and then most likely just get rid of because I don't need them. Although I did find a pair of jeans that still look pretty good. I might hold on to those. I'm not sure yet. And if I do, that means I'm going to get rid of a pair of my work jeans. So I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Look, I'll be honest with you, as I always am. This is a struggle for me. I don't know why this process of getting rid of some of the most, even the most mundane items has to be so difficult. But in a sense it is. I spent about an hour and a half today, and I got rid of 3 boxes. So just under twice the amount of time as I spent on Thursday, yet I got a little over half the amount done. One of the differences, I think, is that a lot of the items that I got rid of this time were smaller items. There were a lot of small items. And it feels almost as though when I look at the storage unit, I'm still looking at it and I see the difference. I really do, because it helps having those pictures, the before and after. But as I'm going through the process, it feels like I'm getting almost nowhere. And I know that's not true. I know it's a process. It's just getting through it. And I'm going to persevere. I'm going to keep going forward. And let me tell you something. I've read every single comment. And I read all my comments. And I try to reply to all my comments too. And they have been a huge help in encouraging me. I actually was not even planning on going today originally. Well, I mean, I planned on it today, but as of yesterday, I really was not planning on going to the storage unit. But after reading so many of the encouraging comments that all of you have left, and thank you, by the way, I felt motivated. And I just told myself, you know what, I'm going to go tomorrow, as in today. And so I owe you guys a big amount of gratitude. I want to say that after today, letting go of some of these rather personal items might be a little bit easier next time I go over there. Maybe. I can't say with absolute certainty, but I'm somewhat confident. I'm somewhat confident. But I still have a long way to go. One encouraging aspect of this, as far as looking forward to future trips to the storage unit, is a lot of the bigger items are in the back. So I'm going through probably the more difficult aspect of this minimalization process. So once I get past all these boxes, which I've gone through 8 boxes already. That's a lot for me. But once I go through all of these boxes, it'll almost feel like smooth sailing. Like, for example, I have a full-size bed. I mean, it's a foam mattress and a metal bed frame that I'm never going to use. So I'll sell it or whatever. So, I mean, that alone takes up a good portion of space. And of course I've got like a TV stand and an old style record player from like the 1940s or 1950s that I could get rid of. I don't know if I'd want to. I don't even know if it was my dad's grandmother's. It might even be older than the 50s. I don't think he'd want me to get rid of that. I'd have to talk to him about it. Because he may just want it back. I inherited it, but I wouldn't mind giving it to him. It was his grandmother's. So I'm not sure what else to really share about this. I mean, other than the fact that I did find some rewarding things, as one person actually did mention that I might find something rewarding in this process. So their prophecy came true. I'm just struggling, and it's a good thing. Don't get me wrong. It's a good thing for me to go through this. And I do not mind feeling uncomfortable, and I do not mind the struggle. Because that just means that if I can get through this hurdle, this minimalistic lifestyle will be achievable. And that's the end goal. This short-term end goal, I should say, is to be able to set forth on this new adventure we call minimalism. And I'm a long way away from it. But I'm 8 boxes closer. And I owe a lot of that to you, my viewers, and my subscriber family. And with that said, thank you for watching. Take care. Love others as you love yourself. And I'll see you next time.